Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
On first down, right back to Harris. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Pistol here for Herbert. He'll tuck it and take off.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Najee Harris, touchdown Los Angeles. His 6th touchdown now for the season. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Daniels starts with a pass. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Derwin James there defensively to break that one up.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Commander's first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. He's going to air this one out. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Commanders set to kick this one away. Back deep is Darius Davis. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he's going to get 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On play action now, Herbert hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back.
Let's go now.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. The throw on the run is complete. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that 1st down play.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Zappi. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15. They'll motion over Samuel. On 1st and 10, Zappi. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Whoa, a big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Play action now. Zappi. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to...
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Commanders will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here's Darius Davis to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense... They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets them another 1st down. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again, Herbert. That's pulled in, Najee Harris. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
Herbert to the air again. He's going to keep it himself. And he's into the end zone. Justin Herbert. Touchdown, L.A. Kicker now for the extra point. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Chargers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the gun, Zappy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
79 Bronco. Check go.
Second down, Zappy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit.
Let's go.
Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Going left side down the field, and it's complete.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And the Commanders will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Looking to Samuel on the outside.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football, as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. First and 10.
19 tight. 19. Let's go now. Panther 11. Panther 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Zappy now. That's taken in by Cager. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. That catch number 40 on the season for him. They send the tight end in motion. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Here's Zappy. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Now, Zappy. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now it's Zappy. A throw on the move is caught.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On the toss, they'll run. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Washington. Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Commanders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. The right side and hauled in by McConkey.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He'll get this out wide, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and So far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Herbert to throw on 3rd and 1. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
High throw, but it's reeled in. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Harris. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down. Well, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Now he takes off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
2nd and 7. Gonna run out of the gun, and here's Harris. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And he has missed this one. No good. And this is going to stay a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now on 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. Room up the sideline at the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to take this lead.
And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Second down and 3. They'll stick with him again. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Zappy from the gun on 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll drop to throw. Samuel has it working the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
They'll stick to the ground. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll run here. And a short pickup down inside the 10. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's first down. 59. Throwing, Herbert. He's going to look for the home run ball. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it.